Just because you have a leadership position doesn't make you a great leader.
Everywhere around the world, I hear the same need expressed. Leadership's the need. Leadership's the need.
A lot of places in the world, they haven't had the example of any leadership in their government.
In our country, we don't have any leaders from whom we could take the example.
A lot of people heard about Saddam Hussein, our ex-president. This was the picture about leadership we learned and we knew.
Many Christian leaders are not developing leaders basically for one reason, and that is security.
Pastors are really afraid.
I'm afraid to release anybody.
They might take over the church. I want to dominate everything.
Some experts have told us that within the next 15 years, over 1 billion people will come to faith in Jesus Christ.
The real crisis here.
Who will lead those people?
Who's going to lead these people?
Who will lead those people?
And that's what we call the global leadership crisis.
Who will lead those people?
EQUIP is an international ministry that has a heart to train, resource, and equip international Christian leaders to fulfill the Great Commission. The Great Commission is the heartbeat of what we do.
If we look to the Bible, we see Jesus' ministry on earth. He did two things. He did the work of the ministry. He taught the multitudes, healing the sick, cast out demons, and so on. But the other thing, he trained the disciples.
And there hasn't really been a catalyst, a resource, a movement to help develop the gift of leadership.
The thing that makes the Million Leader Mandate unique is that there's a process attached to the event.
Leadership is not just an event, it's a process. At the end of Conference 1, we will ask you to take a 3-year journey with us.
We have 6 books.
We will give you a leadership workbook
Twice a year.
and we'll teach you.
Each workbook has 2 lessons dealing with character, competence, and strategy.
I've changed my view.
It's not what I've learned at the college.
To look at the people that I'm working with.
At the college, I was taught to minister. I'm not a minister, I'm an equiper.
We're also addressing the idea of vision.
What Brother Tom talked about was true.
It has taught me my purpose.
Sometimes we serve Lord and we don't know our real purpose.
I see a purpose for me in life. Once I have a vision, I share the vision and I will mobilize people.
What I am taking with me, I couldn't understand without being in this conference.
We are able to give them the tools they need to succeed.
About 6 years ago, we were in Beirut, Lebanon. A pastor from Amman, Jordan, came and attended that conference.
Khalil was one who had been constantly struggling that his church wasn't growing.
Khalil's church averaged about 90 people.
People kept telling him, if you pray more.
He brought guest speakers in.
If you raise money and bring speakers over from the States.
He had revivals.
I mean, he's having all night prayer meetings.
And he had tried everything, but his church didn't grow.
I am tired. I'm exhausted. I'm frustrating.
And when he came to an EQUIP conference,
God changed something in my mind.
He went back and began to teach them what he had learned.
I understand. This is my problem. I am like one-man show.
He then took it back and began developing leaders.
Now remember, he pastored in Amman, Jordan.
From this time, God changed all my church. Now our church is full.
When I see people coming from all over the Arab world and also some Westerns coming here and joining us in worship, this encouraged me a lot.
It hit me that many of the people could not have that freedom of expression in their countries.
When somebody is deprived and then given something that he is deprived of, he appreciates it. And we were deprived of freedom. We were deprived of this type of liberty where we can worship together.
مهما نشكر سواء هيئة EQUIP. We would like to thank equip. We really don't have enough words and enough acts to do to really thank them for this opportunity that they give us.
حياتنا صعبة والتحديات أصعب.
The reason that we cried and danced at the same time is we could not comprehend the overwhelming heaviness that we're having to deal with, while at the same time we couldn't comprehend the overwhelming joy that we're experiencing here in the freedom of worship with other believers.
It's a very strong feeling that I have now to thank God for what He is doing for us.
Seems like we are in the days prophesied by Joel, that in the last days he would pour out his Spirit.
Million Leader Mandate is one strategy that God has used for a great awakening.
It's a mighty work from mighty God.
God is blessing this work.
The ministry that's happening, the evangelism that's happening, the churches that are growing, it's the Great Commission being fulfilled in action.
I believe the trumpet is up to the lips of the Lord.
God is preparing to the second coming.
We have got to make a difference today because the time is short.
The equip training, God has given us His principles the right time.
God chose His right time.
This training came just on time.
Million Leader Mandate just came at the right time.
It is something that we need now.